Good morning, ninth class. Today our chapter is chapter number 6 and name of the chapter is tissues. And total 4 topics are there in this chapter: tissue, then differences between plant and animal tissues, then we have 6.3 plant tissues and 6.4 topic animal tissues. Out of all these we are going to deal today 6.1, 6.2 and half part of 6.3. So our first topic is 6.1 tissue. So first we are dealing with definition and then example. Definition means before going to definition, just we have one recap. In chapter number 5 you have already studied that about the fundamental unit of living organism is what you call cell. Very good. Then a group of cell. Okay, if we have collection of cells that are similar in structure, the structure must be same and all of them are working together to give a particular function. Means we have so many cells but their structure must be same and they are performing a particular function, then they you call them tissue. Clear? Example is blood, phloem, muscles and so many other tissues are also present. Then next we have flowchart. Flowchart related to tissue. Tissue are divided into two types: animal tissues and plant tissues. Plant tissues and animal tissues. Then plant tissues are classified into two categories: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Then meristematic tissue are categorized into three types: apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. And then we have different types of permanent tissues also. We have different types of animal tissues also, and these different types we will go through in different videos. Then the next topic is 6.2 differences between plant and animal tissues. So here differences between plant tissues and animal tissues. We have two columns just here. Plant tissues means tissues which are present in plants, in the body of plants are known as plant tissues. But if tissues are present in the body of animals, that means animal tissue. What is the basic difference between plants and animals? Plants are always static and animals are always moving. They are free to move from one place to another place. Okay, plant एक जगह पे रहते हैं और animals घूमते रहते हैं. अब हमारे पास यहाँ पे डिफरेंस आ जाता है. द ग्रोथ ऑफ प्लांट. हियर growth of plant is limited to certain region. Only specific regions are there where you can see growth, but in the body of animals growth is not limited. Growth is throughout the body. Clear? The next is cell growth in plants is less uniform, right? And here it is more uniform. Then most of the tissues are supportive because plant structure is static. They are present at a particular place. Okay, so they need structural strength. That means most of the tissue, their function is supportive. But in case of animals as such, they are not supportive. They are performing different functions. Then most of these tissues are dead because they are static, right? Their nature is supportive. So most of the tissues are dead. And here most of the tissues are live. Clear? So these differences must be clear to you. Next we have topic 6.3 plant tissues. So here first we are going through definition. It's very simple. Plant and tissues. Tissues means tissues present in the body of plants are called plant tissues. And we have two types of plant tissues. First one is meristematic tissue and second one is permanent tissue. Then meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue means these are dividing tissue. Just underline this, dividing tissue. They are dividing tissues, occur only in certain specific. They are not present all over the body of plant. They are present only in specific region responsible for growth of plants. Clear? So we have three important lines. Meristematic tissue means they are present only specific region. They are responsible for growth of plant and they are dividing tissues. They divide and they form different. They divide and they form. They increase. They are responsible for growth because they divide. They are responsible for growth of plant. And now next we have how can we differentiate? How can we categorize that the cell is not a normal cell? It is a meristematic cell. Meristematic cell and meristematic tissue. Meristematic cell means a collection of meristematic tissue, a collection of meristematic cell, their structures are same and they are performing a particular function, then they form, means collection of meristematic cell is called meristematic tissue. Meristematic cell, how can you differentiate meristematic cell from a normal cell? कि आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि एक सेल अलग होता है मेरिस्टेमेटिक सेल और एक नॉर्मल सेल अलग अलग होते हैं, राइट? तो ये आपको पता चलेगा लाइक हियर इन केस ऑफ मेरिस्टेमेटिक सेल व्हाट यू हैव, दीज टिश्यू आर वेरी एक्टिव बिकॉज व्हाट इज their function? Dividing, so they must be active. Okay, cells are very active, tissues are very active. They have dense cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is very dense. Why? What is the reason behind this dense cytoplasm? Because of their nature of dividing, because they divide, so naturally more cytoplasm is required or more material in the cytoplasm is required. Then thin cellulose wall. Thin cellulose wall, why it is? Because of dividing nature. If the nature is thin, then only they are able to divide. And then prominent nuclei. Prominent nuclei means active nuclei. Understood? They lack vacuole because as such in meristematic cell there is no need of storage. Vacuole function is storage, right? So there is no need of storage, so they lack vacuole, means vacuoles are not present. Understood? So how can you differentiate between a cell and a meristematic cell? Meristematic cell have all these 5 features, a normal cell does not have. Then next we have related figure. Just here we have related figure. Meristematic tissue, this one. Meristematic tissue are of 3 types, right? Apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem. Now look here, this one is meristematic tissue and this one is meristem, right? Meristematic tissue you can also write as meristem. You can write it here like apical meristematic tissue and apical meristem, both are same, means meristem is equal to meristematic tissue, both are same. Now apical lateral intercalary, just we are comparing this with in this diagram. Apical intercalary lateral. Apical means it is present at apical, word means apical means apex means tip. They are present at the tip of shoot system and they are also present at the tip of root system. So apical meristem location is tip of shoot and tip of root, right? Then lateral meristem, what is the location? Lateral sides, they are present on the side of stem and sides of roots also. Understood? And then what is the function of apical meristem? They help in increase in length. They are responsible for length increase of stem as well as roots. Understood? Then lateral meristem, their function is to increase the width, okay, to increase the girth or width of stem because they are present on the lateral sides of stem. Clear? So increases the width of stem as well as increases the width of roots also. And third one is intercalary. Inter means in between, right? So just here we have, just we are matching growing tips of stem, roots, length increase, right? No doubt. Lateral sides, width increase, right? No doubt. Intercalary meristem, it is present at the base of leaves or internodes. Here we have one beautiful term, internode. Inter means between, nodes. What is node? On twigs. So we are just relating this with the figure. Okay, here node means the point of attachment of leaf with the stem. Okay, this point is known as node. And internode means the distance between 2 nodes. Here one node, other one is here. So this is internode. And if you are comparing this one, so this length is internode. Understood? One node is here, other node is here. So this space is internode, means in between node. So intercalary meristem is present here. They are responsible for increase in length of leaf. Understood? So next we have here increase in length of leaves. Understood? Very easy. Apical meristem means they are present at the apex. Lateral meristem means they are present on the lateral sides, both stem as well as root. Here also stem and roots. Intercalary meristem is responsible for leaf. Clear? Increase in the length of leaves. Understood? And you can also compare this with this diagram, right? This live diagram. This one, tips of roots. What is present here? Apical meristem. And on the sides, what is present? Lateral meristem. Same here, on these sides, what is present? Lateral meristem. They are responsible for increase in width of stem. Clear? And at the tips, what are present? Apical meristem. At the base of leaf, what is present? Intercalary meristem. And what is the function? Increase in length of leaf. Understood? So this meristematic tissue, 3 types must be clear to you. Next we have assignment number 1. Question number 1 is what is a tissue? What is the question number 2 is what is the utility of tissues in multicellular organism? So these 2 questions are from your textbook. In text question number 3 is write any 2 differences between plant tissues and animal tissues. Number 4th is write features of meristematic cell. Number 5th is write the location and function of apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. And number 6th is about diagram. Draw location of meristematic tissues in a plant body and label apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem. And this is all about your assignment number 1. Do complete assignment and submit in the group. Thank you.